Hiya, Galen. Galen's got Parkinson's. Following the last game of Test of Honour, my samurai was quietly on her way to a temple when the youngest arrogant son of a local noble attacked her in an unprovoked way and ended up chopping off her arm. Now, I've been doing some research about that, and it turns out, in actual fact, that in the late 60s, early 70s, there was a Hong Kong television program called the One-Armed Swordsman. And I've also seen some YouTube things about samurai using one hand for fighting. So I'm going to say that she recovers. In a couple of months she recovers, and then several months to rehabilitate, and I'm going to reduce her statistics accordingly. But she will be back. She'll be a little bit less. She'll be harmless. But revenge has to be sought. This youngest son's father has sent him off into the sort of valleys of the mountainous kingdom where they live, and he thinks they can't be found. But what he hasn't worked out, really, or if he has, he can't do anything about it, is that the daimyo of the clan that's been offended is probably the most powerful daimyo in the south, and they've employed local ninjas, and the ninjas have found out where this little Herbert is. Now he's toughened up a bit because he's bringing in a friend, and he's bringing in an extra trooper, but he thinks it's relatively safe. There are yellow counters on 3 objectives, and this is an objective. This is the second scenario in the Test of Honour rulebook. So they're yellow at the moment because nobody owns them. If the enemy take them, they're going to turn red. If I take them, they're going to turn green. And whoever's got the most at the end is going to win, or whoever annihilates the other. Now, I've beefed up my force, really. I'm not waiting for a proper army. I'm not waiting for organising. I want revenge, and I want it now. So I've got a samurai. Now, he's mounted in the model, but I'm not using him as a mounted samurai. I'm just using him as a samurai. I'm not giving him extra speed or anything. He's just a samurai. And he's bringing 3 spearmen as a base, but he's also bringing 3 archers on a base with a sergeant of archery. Now, at this second scenario, you can start to choose your own armies. I like the 3 archers and a sergeant of archery because it gives them a lot of bonuses. As before, my force, and I make no apologies for calling it my force, are the ones in blue, and the evil, nasty pieces of work are all in yellow. So on the dice, I am white for initiative, and they are black. And as happened last time, it's a double one. Black, and as last time, they get initiative. So, I shake up my tin. It's just there on the side, you don't need to say that. Ashigari. Now, they haven't really seen me yet because I haven't had a turn. But I think what I'm going to try and do is to bring on the Ashigari that we can't see because he's off table. And to do that, of course, he needs 3 swords. He does not get 3 swords, but next time he only needs, well, he still needs 3 swords, but he gets an extra dice. Now, to show that, I've made these. I use them in all sorts of things. It's just some plasticine stuck on a 2p. I pushed the dice into it, a micro dice, and I can do that. So that'll go next to him just to remind me. I use it in things like Dux Britanniarum as a marker. It works, I think it works quite well. Stops your dice getting knocked over as well. Next token. Oh, Fate. Still not using the special cards. they get to use their samurai. I'm going to try and bring on this samurai off board. Now, he's not as good as the main samurai. He gets 4 dice, not 5. Oh, and he don't come on either. But he's going to have the special... Shove that next to you, because you get an extra dice when you test next time. It's Ashikari. So they're going to come on 6 now. Now what I'm going to say is they've emerged from a hidden wooded valley, and when they appear here, that's their move, and that now alerts the garrison that they are here. I'm trying to play it right in front of the camera so you've got the best possible view. Ashigari, and it's one of theirs. Now he's alerted now, so what he's going to do, he's going to pop behind there. He's going to have a shot. 3 dice. No. My turn. Ashigari. This time it's archers who are following up. So they're coming on, slow but sure. You can't see them. Second fate. Samurai. Okay, I'm going to try this samurai again off board, and this time instead of getting 4 dice, he's going to get 5. Yes, he gets it. So he appears. And I'm going to do the same. Where does he appear? There. That's him there. Okay. What have we got here? Samurai. Now this is my samurai, isn't it? And again, you can't really pass through people, so he's just going to have to stay there for now. Ashigari. Okay, so Ashigari with the arquebus, and I think he is going to run 3 to there, and he's going to shoot through the gateway with 3. That's a hit. I cannot save that because I've used my token. Musket ball hits with 4. 2 doesn't kill anybody, but causes a blood spot. So it's sort of like not totally escaped, but they've got a blood spot. Now there we go. Right. And he needs to reload. Final fate, 3rd fate, so we don't get any more moves. So I've got Sergeant of Archery, hasn't moved. They've got a group of commoners, and they've got a samurai, none of which can move because the 3rd fate comes out. And now in the game, this actual scenario is limited to 5 turns, and we've just had one of them. So, as usual, I'm being stupid and cannot remember who took out the final fate. So I'm going to have to throw the initiative dice again. You shouldn't do this. And again, I've got a double 1 as usual. This time I go first. Okay. Yeah, you shouldn't have to do that, but I keep forgetting on my own. When you, fate. Right, them, Ashigari. Well, I think this archer is going to, well, yes, he doesn't need to be that close. No point standing there and getting clonked. So he's going to withdraw a little way and shoot from there. Problem is, yeah, I think he's actually got line of sight, really. I suspect. Yeah, see, following my rule, he hasn't got a base width. Oh, right, okay. So he isn't going to do that. He's going to do that. Now, he can't claim that objective. Only samurai can claim objectives. And whether or not that's what they say, it's what I say. Otherwise, you'd just claim them all instantly, wouldn't you? My samurai cannot move because there are people in the way. They've got a commoner. I'm going to try and bring this lad on off board because he's an archer. Now, it was 3. It's now 4 because he's already tried. Yep, he's got it this time. So he appears there. Right. Oh, my samurai again can't do anything. It's a waste, isn't it? Them. Commoner. He's going to reload. That's all he can do. It's a full move to reload. Me, commoners. Right. Okay, well, I'm going to move these spearmen who've been somewhat shot. I'm going to move 6, which will put them through the gate. There. That dog you can hear barking it's a dog in the village. Commoner. Now they have a group of commoners outside the village. So they're going to try and come in. Yeah, they do. They do. They are now, you can see them in the far corner up there. That's where they are. Samurai, now it's not my samurai because he's used his 2, so it must be one of theirs. So let's use him and he will claim that objective. Now you might say, well, he were right next to it. It was his objective anyway. But I suppose what he's doing is securing it. Lock the doors and windows. and marking it out as a place that needs defending. So they've got one. Again, my samurai, I haven't got one, so it's going to go back to them. They have another samurai. He's going to come over here, and this time it's going to claim that. He's getting on my nerves, this little samurai. Having chopped off my lady's arm, now capturing all these objectives. He's seriously doing my head in. Fate, that's the second one. Fate, that's the third one. My sergeant of archery still not moved. My mate, who I walk in with a lot, as a sergeant of archery, who purely by coincidence just never, ever, ever, ever gets involved in any action. He tells other people to. We had one game where they had to jump over a stream, and he led a group, and they jumped over the stream, and then it was his turn, and he just didn't bother. He left them where they were. Do you know, I think I might start a throwing for a district when I'm on my own. And I might as well just start by putting a double 1 down before I go. So this is my turn. What we got in here? Oh, would you believe it? Fate. My turn. Samurai. Now he has a bit of space here. He hasn't got a lot, but he's got a bit. Might as well come in here. There he goes. Them. Commoners. Okay, well, Archer there is going to shoot into those guys. I did see a chap who YouTube I watch a lot, And he gave the archer +1 dice for firing into a clump. Well, I don't know what I think about that. I've never done it. Because to me, it's just one archer. An archer gets up. Because so 3 archers get 1 for being 3 archers, +1 for firing into a clump. It starts to get to be a lot of dice, doesn't it? Anyway, by the by, he's not getting it. So he does hit somebody. I can defend. And again, he said, this person, that you've got to defend. Now, we don't play that. We say, well, if you don't want to defend, you don't want to defend. Because I might want to save the counter and try and do something else. So, I am... See, if I defend, I block up the gateway. But what am I teaching you? I don't know. I'm going to teach you my way. Our club way. So, I choose not to defend. The village dog barks. And they miss, you see. So that was the advantage of mine. I could have wasted a counter there. Or I could have taken the hit. But now it's them. And what they're going to do, partly because I want to get some room, and partly because I want to get rid of him, they're going to rush him. Three +1 because they're a group. 2, 4, 6, 8, which is a big hit. Which means if I hit, because he can defend, if I hit, I then get an extra dice of blood spots because we've got pointy sticks. Oh, look at that, 2, 4, 6. He defends manfully and annoyingly, which pushes me back an inch. That's really irritating when that happens. I thought I was going to skewer him. Second fate token. I suppose that, you see, that's the exciting thing about the game, that you just don't know what's going to happen. You really don't. Now, my samurai he's 6 away. He's more than 6 away. But I really want to slice up that beggar, because that's my mission. So I'm going to throw me 5 dice. If I get 3 swords, I can choose who to attack. Yes, I've got a lot of swords. So the game would normally say I have to attack the nearest target, but his mission is to get revenge. I'm not letting him move like a cavalryman, so he's not going to get there. But at least we're showing our intentions. We know where we're going. A cavalryman would have got there, but he ain't a cavalryman. That's his second move. He's took a bit of a gamble there, which I hadn't thought about. When he saw that yellow samurai and went, "Yeah, come here, got you." So I'm going to attack. I've got a samurai token, so that samurai is going to attack from there. He's going to get attacked by a samurai from every which way now. Oh, gosh, what have I done? This is the 4 samurai. So he attacks. You with 2. Oh, he's got loads of swords. He's got loads of swords. Deep cut. I can't defend. I can't defend. I've used all my counters. 3. Yep, got him. Got him. 3. I didn't get the deep cut, but he got the 3. I think we've lost this. We've lost this already. I'm going to go to my injury chart. So if you remember, all of my injuries are based on a D20. Body part 4. That's below the knee. So he's mounted, so that makes sense, doesn't it? He's run up and he's hit him in the flurry of battle. It's below the knee and it's a 10. The wound debilitates him for a random D6. Oh no. 5. 5. Oh no. Once recovered. Oh no. So it is a wound. It's a debilitating wound. He's stunned for 5. Drat. Then I have to throw again for what happens in 5. How bad is the wound in reality rather than that initial shock? Now he needs medical treatment. Wound KOs the figure. It will be survived with medical aid within 24 hours. He will carry a permanent scar. But he's stunned for 5. Now, the rule is when you're dead, you're dead. So I'm saying the rule is when you can't command, you can't command. So these lads are just off. I've lost again. This is now getting crisis point. I didn't use any of my archers that I brought special. I didn't use my sergeant, didn't even have a turn. And I've now had a samurai captured, which is a dishonour. So he will have to face that. He'll lose honour. He might commit seppuku. I don't know. It's bad. At the moment he won't commit seppuku because they'll tie him up and try and hostage him out. This is horrible. Absolutely horrible. So I've played 2 games. I've had one of my main samurai that I've played with for years has lost her arm. And now I've had another, admittedly lesser samurai who's been taken hostage. And the whole clan has been dishonoured by some relatively unknown, before this neutral twerps, who I'm afraid are in for a serious pillaging at some point. Ta-ra, Chuck.